Okay. Alrighty. Um, what's up, everyone? Uh, I just wanted to. I'm trying to live stream now on YouTube. I decided I could do some more stuff, and I kind of got bored doing all this stuff. I was going live on Twitch today. I've been doing NHL GM mode on there. But anyways, I'm gonna be doing this now where I'm gonna try to get some people into here in the chat and things like that. And if I get them in here, then I'm going to have conversations. Now, the thumbnail of this is has Chuck Fletcher made a bad move? As of right now, I'm going to edit a bunch of this stuff. Um, Talking Flyers live stream. Okay. All right, so we got 3 people in here as of right now. And again, just trying to get the chat and things like that to continue to get some people in here. All right, so I think this is actually doing pretty decent right now. Everything is, we got 4 people in here, and I'm trying to get a couple more. But as of right now, I'm going to share this through my Instagram and stuff. I'm going to see if I can get some people into this so we can get a little bit of a conversation going on here. But again, I've never done this before, so please bear with me if things look like they're a little off, especially like if, it might just look a little bit weird. But I'm attempting to get some more people in here, and I want to know what you guys think. This is kind of like my Instagram lives that I do all the time. And this is, just something that I can use on YouTube. Um, and, I'm gonna start doing this more on YouTube. I think it's better than doing it on Instagram. I have more of a better following, kind of on Instagram, but you don't really get many people into Instagram lives unless you have a lot of followers. So, basically, what I want to do here is just talk Flyers with a bunch of people, and I want to see if what you guys think. Has Chuck Fletcher made any bad moves with his team? I personally don't think he has. I'd like to get some more people in here before I kind of like start talking about my opinions because I think that'll make it better. Um, but like, regardless, um, I think he's done a pretty good job. I don't. He hasn't made any major moves. But he has made some that are a little questionable. Which is to a certain degree. I don't really think many of them have been insanely, like that stand out. I think you kind of have to dig deep a little bit. So again, let me know what you guys think in the chat below. You can comment in the bottom here. If you're using mobile, it kind of comes up pretty easy. But if you're on like a computer or something like that, it's a little harder to get it to kind of like, I guess, like stay on the thing. So again, anything, and this doesn't have to be about this. It's just something I wanted to bring up. Uh, Sean Fitzpatrick, best move was Vigneault. Yes, I do think that was one of the best moves. It's one of the best things that he probably could have done. It was the second best coach that was on the table. But I honestly don't think he's made a really bad move. I think it's kind of just been everything. There's been talk like, oh, like, there's some things that you can argue. There's people that will argue like the retaining cap of Gudis, which I can see that argument, but I would rather, you know, I talked about this the other day with one of my buddies, and I thought I didn't like it at first, and then he said like, would you rather have a 30% cap retain or a draft pick? I was like, I'd probably have a 30% cap retain instead. It's not really that bad, and now that I think about it, it's actually a pretty decent move. But anyways, you know, I don't really think he's done anything bad. You really have to go deep to find things, and I think the best, or I guess you could say the worst thing he probably did was the buyout of McDonald and Schlemko. But then again, if McDonald was paid like half the money he was, I think a lot of people didn't like McDonald um, because of his I don't think people liked McDonald because of how much money he got paid. If he got paid like 2 million, 2.5, I think people would have loved him. I don't really think he was that bad. I think it was just because he was overpaid, and we were like, oh, he sucks, you know. This can introduce a seller. Hextall had a great vision when it came to the draft, but yes, exactly. Niskin for Gudis was a great trade. I think it's one of the best trades that we've made recently. Um, and again, like we definitely have made some questionable trades um, in like recent years, especially like the Hextall era and things like that. Um, you know, but and again, like this doesn't have to be like about just Fletcher. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about or ask questions, please let me know. Put that in the chat below. I'm still attempting to get a little bit more of people in here to ask some questions, and it doesn't have to be just Flyers. It could be hockey, anything. But again, I mean, I like doing this stuff. I like doing these live streams. I finally figured out how to stream now through Twitch. I found out how to stream on here, and I appreciate you guys for watching and everything like that. Yeah, I know, Sean. It sucks. I wish we kind of had more of an answer as well, but it I just it just sucks because I think we could have had such a good uh like uh like we would have had such a good run. Um it just it really does it sucks, man. Yeah, that's really all I can say. It really does suck. Um I think it was something that, you know, we had so much going for us. I mean, you had that win streak we had. They won 9 out of their last 10 games. They were playing such good hockey. He's going right up into the playoffs, and some teams are starting to dip. Some teams are starting to just play better, and the Flyers are playing really, really good. And now we don't even know what's going to happen. I really do think the season is going to come back, but I don't know when. I don't know how. I don't know any of that. Um, there's a lot of questions to be asked, but I do think the season can come back. I just don't know what's going to happen. Oh yeah, I know it sucks. It's definitely it's definitely a hard thing to deal with. But it's just it just sucks. It really does. But again, I'm still trying to get some more people in here to try to add a little bit more of questions and things like that. I'd like to get around like 4 or 5 people. I think that would be pretty good. It just stinks though, because when you don't have a lot of subscribers and stuff, you can't really get many views and stuff like that. But we got 3 people in here. That's not bad. And I'm and that one of them is me because I'm looking at it on my phone just to make sure it's okay. Um, I mean, yeah, I can agree with that, but I really do think that they're going to try to push for this season. I don't know. I don't know about next season, but I think they're really going to push for the end of this season, and I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. What's up, Oilers? How are you, man? I'm just trying to get some people in here. Ask any questions you'd like. in the chat below. I've kind of just been stuck here talking to myself and Sean for a minute. Offer merchandise, they'll flock to the channel. If I had the money, Sean, I would definitely do that. I'm good. I'm pretty good. Kind of just doing the random stuff. But uh, same old early Oilers. Nothing much. But again, guys, like any hockey questions you guys want to ask or things like that, opinions, stuff like that. I'm really just trying to grow a little bit here with the YouTube. And I finally figured out how to do the live stream. For some reason YouTube doesn't let you do it now. From a webcam, you have to download a whole software. Then you have to actually download it. Like you have to download it, then you have to like add it to your YouTube, and then you have to like add like a camera, the microphone, and all that stuff. Set it up and start streaming, and then it'll come up. In my opinion, the only questionable move was the amount of money given to Hayes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that is true. I see what you're talking about. It's questionable to me as well. And I'm gonna rephrase that. I wouldn't even say it's questionable. I think it was more so needed, and I think it was well not needed, but it was kind of obvious where get that whole the whole offseason was overpaid. I mean, you have so many different guys who got overpaid. Jeff Skinner, Jacob Trouba, and I know Skinner was the year before, but even still, Jacob Trouba, Panarin, Marner. I mean, you had so many guys that get overpaid, and it's just like, you know, it was kind of expected to be honest. And I think if the Flyers didn't do it, another team would have. And it's paid dividends for them, no matter how much it is. Hazy's got 23 goals, four of them being shorthanded, and some people said that he wouldn't even crack 20 goals because he never cracked. I don't believe he ever cracked 20 in his career before playing with the Flyers, or at least 25. But even still, it was like he was like this guy was hated before he stepped on the ice, and it was like it was kind of ridiculous, honestly. Um, but I mean, even still, it's just yeah. Hayes only got to 25 goals once, over 25 once, and that was 17-18 with the Rangers. And he had 23 this season, so he was easily going to break that with 13 games left. He probably would have got around close to 30 goals, to say around 27 or 29. Um, do you do you ever envision Nolan Patrick returning, or is he Lindros 2.0 with the head trauma? I think Patrick's going to come back and play next season. To be honest with you, I think he's an incredible player. I still think the Flyers had the right move there in that draft. The people who argue Pedersen, that was a guess, and they guessed right. Nothing you can do there. Um, Kevin Hayes reminds me of Keith Primo. That's a good one. I never saw Primo play. I'm gonna say Chemo Timonen, but I never saw Primo play. I was playing old NHLs with Primo the other day. But really, besides that, I haven't seen much of Primo to even argue that. But I've seen clips of things of Primo, and I mean that big left-handed guy. He's definitely a reminder there. Oh man, let me just send this to a couple people. I'm still trying to get some people in here, guys. Just deal with me for a minute. Um, it's kind of hard when you only got like 4 or 5 people in here. Thought I was 30. Um, no, Sean, I'm actually 16. But yeah. uh, who do you think will win the Hart? Um, that's a good one. Um, I'd say McKinnon's up there, McDavid. Uh, I'm thinking McKinnon, Pasternak. Um, and honestly, Oilers, I forget who I said in the group chat thing that we have because I forgot to post. I still didn't even post yet. Or no, did we do the heart? I think we did. Or did we do the Ted Lindsay? I don't remember. No, I'm serious. I'm 16. Connect knee beard. Yeah, and I told my mom, I said I wasn't yeah, we did 10, Lindsay, okay. So yeah, it's funny, Sean, because I actually told my mom I wasn't shaving until after the whole quarantine was over. Um, but man, Hart Trophy, NHL, I don't even know, man. Uh, I really don't know, to be honest with you. That's tough. Um, I'm thinking like McKinnon, maybe Pasternak. Um, who won last year? It was Kucherov, right? Yeah, Kucherov. I don't necessarily know. Uh, McKinnon with Draisaitl run up. Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about Draisaitl. Jesus. Um, I'm actually going to flip that. I'm going to say Draisaitl with McKinnon runner up. I actually really do think Draisaitl is going to win that. Now that I think about it, that's a nice pick. Um, I definitely do think he can win that. I think that would be pretty good. But even still, you know, it's so like it's so hard to tell because the only thing that really like the only thing we can really compare it to is like I don't even know. Like it's just so hard to compare the three of them. The only thing we can judge them is with points, really, because we don't. It's not like we watch all of them play. I mean Oilers. I know you watch the Oilers and stuff. Obviously, you watch the Oilers. Um, Pasternak is, I personally believe Pasternak is overrated with Marchand and Bergeron on his line. Yeah, I mean, I definitely see the argument you got there. I personally don't think he's overrated. I think he's a great player, regardless whoever you put him with. But I definitely do. That obviously does help his stats. I mean, Bergeron and Marchand have played on a line for so long, and they're basically a cheat code at this point. Who do you want in round one of the draft? That's a good one, Sean. Who do I want? I love how you put you in capitals there. If anything, I personally want Jake Neighbors. That is who I personally want. I think Neighbors is a great player. He reminds me a lot of Sean Couturier. And Sean, I don't know if you saw it, Oilers as well, and everyone else watching the rerun of this. You actually, I actually made a highlight video of Neighbors. I made that about a week ago. That's on my YouTube as well. It's a whole highlight series. This kid is unreal. He reminds me a lot of Sean Couturier. Another player I'd want, Antonio Stranges. It's a very good one. He actually, when I did the mock draft on my Instagram, the person who was it was a Sharks account. He took Stranges after I took Neighbors. I had the 25th pick in the draft, so it was kind of just like a flip flop kind of thing. Which I think the Flyers could either get Neighbors, Stranges, Pavel Novak, um, Mizek. There's so many guys the Flyers could get, and the thing is like when I made that video yesterday saying like should the Flyers move up, it's like they can move up for like a top from at least picks 4 to 10, and then you could even try to flip something. I really don't know what's going to happen, but they can move up, and they can move up or they can stay where they are. But the thing is, they won't have cap space. If they move up, I would say you probably have to give up something big. And if they do, it's probably going to be something like a Ghost, a Morin, a Bunnaman Swarinski, something along those lines. Maybe NAK, which I really don't want to happen, but it might if they would like to move up. All those guys that have been in the AHL for majority of their career, and obviously Morin getting injured. Also, Morin does have some value to him now that they said he will be playing in 2020, 2021, which a team, there are teams out there that might need some defensemen, and especially Morin, who's a pretty good defenseman. Even though he's been injured, teams might want to take a chance. I personally don't think he will be a Flyer for long. I don't know what they're going to do, but yeah, Sean, definitely I would say Jake Neighbors is my pick. I honestly haven't looked at other rounds, but I know the picks we have. We have a first, second, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and 2 sevenths. We do not have a third round pick. That third round pick was drafted, or not drafted, it was traded when the Flyers acquired Justin Braun. It was a 2019 second, and the 2020 third went to San Jose. So those were the two picks there, and that was really about it. But I'm still trying to get some more people into this, which kind of stinks because I can't really get anyone for some reason. Um, it, it's definitely frustrating when you don't really have that big of a fan base, which I'm attempting to get. It's definitely going to take some time, but I think I've gotten a pretty decent one for the years I'm doing. Oh man, bribe them. Yeah, I mean honestly, I've actually been thinking of trying to do some merchandise. I just don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I have some stuff in the works, I believe. So things might be happening, but I have a really, really, really cool video coming either tomorrow or Monday. It's gonna be really nice. I'm not gonna give any details on here. I want it to be a surprise. It's a very, very high moment for me. Um, and I'm just extremely excited. So that'll probably be coming either tomorrow. Uh, Start with the Carter Hart mask. That's a good one. Uh, Probably tomorrow, either or on Monday. And it'll also be in like an article and a podcast as well, so you guys can check all that out. But uh, it would really be nice if I could get some more people in this because, and I know I keep saying it, it just makes it so much better when you have a lot of people. Um, uh, Is the I just want to make sure you guys are like, is the volume like bad or like you guys can hear me, right? Okay, cool. Um, we have four people. Do we really? This is three on my end. Fans are still doing Eagles 6 round mock drafts. Speak up. I'm speaking pretty loud there. Can make you make this a little bit higher. Is that better? Or is that too loud? I just want to make sure. 'Cause I don't want it to be like extremely loud. Um, Again, this is like the first time I'm doing this, so okay. Oilers, you said it's good, Sean. Is that all right? So to make sure it's good on everyone's end. If not, I would just suggest probably lowering your volume. Maybe see if your ringer's off. I don't know if you're on your phone or if you're on your maybe an iPad or a laptop or a tablet or something like that. But I would check and see just to make sure. Um, but again, um, yeah. So again, I've been really trying to do some more stuff like this. I've been doing them Oilers, I've been doing a lot of them on Instagram. And I went on live on Twitch today. I'm actually going to put a link to that in my channel on the About section if you guys want to check them out. But you know, one thing I've kind of been thinking of, favorite Flyer of all time, minus Dale Weiss. That's a great one. My favorite all time Flyer. Now I've only been watching this team since 2012, 2013, and I'm gonna go from those years I've watched. I'm gonna have to say uh, Jake Voracek, which is why I have 93 at the end of my channel. my Instagram, everything. That's why I did this YouTube. I basically want to be like the next Steve Dangle, and of the Flyers, and kind of just have like a bunch of different videos and game reviews and all that stuff. Brandon Manning, oh my gosh, I believe he's actually with the Oilers AHL team as of right now. He went from Chicago to the Oilers, and he bounced all over the place. Manning, yeah, it's a good one. That was the one I believe he had like a racial slur or something in like a recent game or something along like that. Not that long ago, but oh god, man, that's funny. Brandon Manning, man. Yeah, he's on the Condors. Yeah, I know he was with the Oilers. I just didn't know if he was on the yeah, because he was the one who injured McDavid a couple years ago. Yeah, right. He was the one who injured McDavid, and that was just so funny. Stay at home defenseman. Just stay home. That's great. I love that. But yeah, I mean, doo doo. Sean the comedian. That's funny. Yeah, Sean, you've always been pretty good for some comments on my channel. The one the other day got me. That was hilarious about the Connect Me Weird. Um, but you know, really the thing I'm trying to do right now is just like stay positive. I know it's hard for a lot of people, and it's hard. Um, I know it's rough, and I know that people are, you know, it's not like the greatest thing to be trying to stay positive with. It's so like I hate doing stuff like this because I stink at talking at it. Um, you've probably noticed that already. Uh, in 3 months vacation. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we're just trying to get. If it looks like I'm not really doing anything, I'm just on my phone and I'm attempting to add some more people into this. That's why I'm not like I've been looking at the chat and kind of going back and forth. Again, this is the first time I'm doing this, so please bear with me. I don't need the, the negative comments because I'm sure I'll get some, but it's whatever. I'm not really. I honestly don't care about comments and things like that. Um, Let me just see anyone else I can maybe send this to, just to try to come in. People that I know who would join. Negative comment that hurt me. That hurt. My god damn name. Oh, that's great. Mhm. Six? We got six. What? No, we don't. Do we really? I don't mind that. Oh, yeah, we do got six people. That's nice. All right, cool. We got six people in this. I don't mind that. Yeah. So, any questions you guys have? Um, high levels of mediocrity. It's all right, Sean. Um, I'm sure it'll. I'm hoping it goes a little bit over that. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I just hit a thousand Instagram followers as well. I want to thank all of you for that. Follow me on Instagram and things like that, and giving me shout outs and all that good stuff. Um, but again, to the people that have been joining this now that we have six people in here, what do you think? Has Chuck Fletcher made can you think of a move that Chuck Fletcher has made that has stood out to you that's bad? If not, is there anything that you think that was questionable or anything along those lines? But again, it's hard to tell. Um, and some have said him drafting York over Caulfield. I personally hated it at first. Now that I think about it, and then when I saw York at development camp, I said, okay, this is a pretty damn good pick. Um, no move that has had a negative effect on the team. That is true. Um, it could in recent years, if you want to say the Hayes contract. I hate the contract of Hayes. I'm sure everyone does. It's not a good contract, but it was needed. And I don't think any of these contracts are really good anyway. I kind of have like a mixed opinion on athletes getting paid so much money, but that's a whole different story. But again, it happens. It's a business too, and I definitely do understand that. Yorker's going to be great for us in the future. We'll find a better wing than Caulfield. Yeah, I hope so. Um, my hope is that the Flyers take a forward in the first round. I think that's a really good point. I hope the Flyers take a forward in the first round. Everyone I've said has been a forward. Novak, Neighbors, uh, Stranges. They're all forwards. I really hope the Flyers take a forward. I also think the talent's going to drop too. So them not having a third, um, that might hurt, but it's whatever. I'm not the biggest Nate Thompson guy. Bunneman should have stayed up. I'm not really that. I can't. I don't really mind Thompson. Um, I don't think he's a horrible player. I don't think the Flyers are going to re-sign him. That's one thing. But um, you know, like I don't really think the Flyers are going to re-sign him. It's just like what are they going to do with everybody else? Because there's so much that goes into it. It's like you got Pitlick, you have Grant, you have Justin Braun, who's definitely going to want more money than what he gets right now. He makes 3.8, probably going to want around 4 to 4.5. I feel like a lot of the time I'm repeating myself. 0% chance Thompson stays. I don't see them re-signing Thompson. He's probably the only one that I say no. Pitlick, I want them to re-sign. I don't think it's going to happen. Um, he and Couturier go to the same dentist. That's a good one. Um, Grant is very good, and I'll say this because he's versatile and he's cheap. Would you rather pay? Pitlick's probably going to want around 2 to 2.5, right? Because he gets paid $1 million right now. Pitlick's probably going to want around that. Um, it's going to be 2.5, and Grant would probably get around the same contract to $1 million. And he's also a center who can play wing, and he's cheaper. So it's like you can get a guy who, you know, he's cheaper and he can play both sides of the puck. Or would you rather have um, Pitlick, who, sorry, I kind of lost my thought there. Pitlick, who can only play the wing and is more money. I'd rather have Grant because he's a center, he's versatile, can play wing at the same time. He's got some pretty damn good chemistry with Michael Raffl, who is a very solid player. Um, the Flyers' future decor is going to be amongst the best in the league. Phil Myers, Travis Sanheim, Cam York, Ivan Provorov. Oh my God, I know. And it's funny because you're forgetting some. Igor Zamula, Wyatt Wiley. There's so many others. And then you have, you know, you also have you're mixing with veterans. I don't think the Flyers are gonna um, not re-sign that Niskanen next season. I think he's gonna stay. What are your thoughts on Wyatt Wiley? I love Wiley, and I think I love Wiley too because he can play right. He's actually can play both hands. He can play left-handed and right-handed. Hot take hockey. What's up, man? How are you? How's it going, brother? But Wiley, he can actually play right-handed and left-handed. Um, it's a big if, but if Lindblom beats this by the grace of God, are we looking at 2022? Ah, man, that's tough. Honestly, I have to say it would have to go by the it would really have to go by how his tests are and if he is. It's so tough to say because I'm not a doctor, obviously. Um, yeah, Wyatt Wiley can play both hands. I didn't know that either. I actually found that out a while ago. He can play right-handed and left-handed. That kid is going to be insane. But it's pretty sick. But yeah, Lindblom, I really don't know. Um, I don't think we see Lindblom for another 2 seasons, and I say they purposely do that just to make sure he's 100%. Yes, he can. Yeah, he can play left-handed and right-handed. He's done it before. He's naturally right-handed, but he can play left-handed at the same time. I don't remember what the name is. There's actually a name for that. Um, it might be ambidextrous, I believe. I don't know what it's called. Um, Let me actually look that up. If anyone knows it, put it in the comments. Name for being ambidextrous. Yeah. Um, I really don't know. Yeah, I mean Lindblom. They have to be real careful. Yeah, Sean, like you're saying, they have to be real careful with him. But I don't know what they're going to do. Um, Brandon Manning played with both hands. No, he didn't. He was left-handed. I think he's always been left-handed. There's no way he played right-handed. I don't believe that. No way. Wyatt Wiley left-handed. Mm. What's up, Joey? How are you? Yeah, I'm just trying to find some highlights of Wiley, but I couldn't really think of any. Who do you think will be the future captain after Giroux? My guess, Adam. What's up, man? How are you? Who do you think will be the future captain after Giroux? I would have to say Ivan Provorov. That dude is just unreal. He's one of my favorites. Um, uh, wow, everyone's saying Couturier. I'd have to say Provorov. I'd still have. That's actually not a. It's not a bad guess, Couturier either. Um, I don't know. I'm now starting. My guess is Provorov. I'd have to say Provorov because I think Coots will be a little old by the time get they get away from Giroux. But uh, heard a debate with a Bruins fan. Who do you think is better? Tuukka Rask is better than Carter Hart. Oh, had a Bruin. Yeah, Rask is better. Um, you can't compare them. Hart's been in the league 2 years, and he hasn't even played a full season. That's the thing. He was damn close, but he hasn't. Yeah, it's currently Rask. It'll probably be Hart in a couple years. My guess is Hart is going to win 2 Vezinas in the next 8 years, and I'd say Provorov wins at least 1 Norris in the next 4. Um, but I mean, Provorov for Norris sounds like pretty damn good. Yeah, Provorov's gonna win a Norris. Oilers, I know you love the Oilers, but I know you're with your family how your I believe it is your stepdad, your uncle who likes the Flyers. But yeah, definitely, Provorov wins a Norris in the next 4 seasons at least once. Uh, excuse me. But again, I think he's gonna be pretty damn good. Only if he can play home games. It's tough with Pro just because all the young D talent. Uh, what, to give him the captain Oilers? Is that what you're saying? Like to give him, or to say that he? Oh no. You mean with the Norris, right, yeah, yeah. But the thing is like Provorov has played over 20 minutes his whole career to win a Norris. Yeah, he's played over 20 minutes his whole career. I'm sure there's probably other defensemen, but he's going up. Like I can look at some of these stats, man. He is unreal. And apparently he has like a coach for like a bunch of different things. I don't know if you guys listen to Spit and Chicklets. I'm sure at least some of you do. But he is just like This guy's got a coach for literally everything. I hate NHL.com. It doesn't even give you the whole thing. Uh, it just gives you like nothing. It's like, come on. Average time on ice. So rookie season, 21:59, 22 minutes, right? Next season, 17-18, 24:09. 18-19, 25:07. This year, 24:57. With the other 13 games, probably would have averaged around over 25 minutes. But even still, he's played from 22 minutes to 25 minutes his whole career, every game. And he literally has he hasn't missed a game. 82, 82, 82, 69. He hasn't missed a single game. No, there was not pro rousing for everything. With all the coronavirus stuff going on, do you think we could see some, if not May, then June or July? My guess is probably June, or July. I don't see hockey in May. I'd say June or July at the latest, or at the earliest. Um, yes, Sean, yes. The best thing to arrival was the thing of Niskanen. I say that a lot. You know why? Because Niskanen is so defensive minded. If you put Provorov with him, it lets Provorov join the rush all the time, and he's done it, and he's perfected it. He's that good at joining the rush, and it's led him to some really high point, levels and everything, and it's just helped out the whole defense in general. Oilers, I'm a very big fan of your page, Oilers as well. Um, I've just always liked it. Adam, my opinion is not. Oh, okay, that's on the other thing. Yes, Provorov, those breakouts created, and he's such a damn good skater too. He can just do it all the time. It's just great. But we got 7 people in this for about 40 minutes. I think I'm going to go an hour here, maybe around 55, and then end this one. Um, oh yeah, definitely. His skating is just unreal. Like that goal he scored versus the Canadians, not even because of the deke, but because of his skating when he kind of goes and does the mohawk and then kind of turns back and then does the deke. It's like, holy, really nice play there. And obviously, it was one of my favorite goals from this season. That's a good question. What's your favorite goal from this season? Doesn't matter who it is, what game, what month, whenever. What is your favorite goal this season? My top three: Kevin Hayes shorthanded versus Columbus. Um, Provorov. And then my other one is okay. I gotta think now because I just had it in my head and I lost it. Um, oh my god. Oh my god. Um, I have three. Okay, so I said Hayes, Provorov, and Hayes' overtime goal versus Columbus. Those are my top three. Um, what prizes do we win? What participation, Sean? I don't understand what you're saying. Provorov, obviously not. Sanheim, Myers, Goss to spare. Spin around. Okay, that's a good one, Adam. Uh, Myers, Goss to spare. Sanheim, Myers, Ghost. You got to pick one. Who's got to go? Um, I'd have to say Ghost on that one. Even though I don't even want to say any of them. I'd have to say Ghost. I don't see them getting rid of Myers. It was a gem that they got him. Um, I still can't believe Calgary didn't even sign him. They just let him go. But Sanheim, no way. That's a good one, Sean. That backhand, real nice one there. One of my favorites from that game was Raffles' goal. Yeah, it's just like one of them cartoons where your jaw drops on the floor. But going back to that Sanheim one of who has to go, I don't say Sanheim. I don't say Myers. I don't really say any of them. I don't even want to say Ghost. It's just Ghost is right now the worst one out of the three of them, and I'd have to just say Ghost. He also does make the most money, which is kind of surprising. If I keep doing that, I'm attempting to crack my back. My back is killing me right now. Um, but even still, I love just doing this stuff, man. This stuff is awesome. Just talking hockey all the time. We're approaching 45 minutes. I feel like whenever Ghost plays, we lose. Yeah, but the thing is that when he was brought back versus New Jersey, kind of just threw him to the wolves a little bit. They should have. And AV noticed this, which is the reason why he is such a good coach, is he notices what he messes up with, and I think that is also another thing that I could do. What has Elaine Vigneault made any bad moves? Now that'll be something that blows up because there's so many. But um, I don't think with Ghost. I think it was he's brought back. He's thrown to the wolves like that. He has a solid game, a decent game. I'm gonna rephrase that. A decent game up until that turnover versus New Jersey on the Wood breakaway goal, 4-0, and everyone cans him after that. And it's like Amy Lowe is like, "Oh, I should have did this first." So they send him down to be conditioned. He comes up next game he plays versus Boston, has a good game. I'm not gonna lie, man. He had a good game versus Boston. He didn't do anything horrible. He didn't do anything that stood out, but he made some pretty damn good defensive plays. He didn't turn the puck over. The two things I see with Ghost is that he's just not great at defense, and he puts guys in the wrong spot. So it's like I don't know what he can do. I just think it's his confidence is shot, and it's been shot for a damn long time. I think once he gets out of that, he's going to be back to that same player he was his rookie season. I actually saw his first NHL goal live versus the Kings. It was a friggin' bullet. Um, it was literally, I'm sitting down and I just see G go back and his stick, it looked like it almost broke. It was like bent like this. Like it was crazy. I still fully believe in Ghost. Ghost is there. The talent is there. I think he has the ability to come back. Yeah, yeah, that is true, and that's why they took him off the first unit. About it was his shot is that he wouldn't shoot, um, and it was just when he did, it was either blocked or there was traffic in front. Um, my favorite Farabee goal, Adam, is the one versus Colorado when he scores and he's like this on the pass from Couturier. That's one of my favorite ones. Um, Ghost, yes, and the reason they took him off of the first unit was because of his shot, and they couldn't generate anything from the power play because majority of your power play things comes from the point, and that's why they put Provorov up there. I personally think that Provorov at the point is better. I think he's got a better wrist shot. I think he knows when to shoot. I think he's a better passer than Gotts is fair. Not saying Ghost is bad on the power play. I just think he's changed from the power play, and I think his second unit is definitely better instead of a first. Um, the power play was clicking with Provorov. It was that he was on it for majority of the season, and you know it was it had its moments where it was good, but towards the end of where the season hit, that power play was unreal. One of the best in the league. It was playing really good. Frost's first goal against Florida, yes, that was an amazing goal. I jumped out of my seat when I saw that watching that game. That was great. Farabee versus Buffalo. I don't remember that goal. Why can't I remember that? I need to look this up now because you've got me intrigued, and I can't think. Mm, it's not a bad like. All right, Oilers. I thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it. Needs to handle the puck better on the line. He doesn't really get the greatest passes either back. I don't really think it's him. Um, through goalie slags. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. When he just tapped it. That's a good one. That's a real good one. When he just tapped it. That's it. Now I remember it. Yep, that's a good one. Um, all right. Well, we got 5 people left in this. I think I'm going to end this here, guys. I really do appreciate you guys coming on. This was the first one I ever did. Definitely going to be doing more of these. I really, really do appreciate it. I had a blast. I had a great time talking to you guys, and talking about Fletcher, Provorov, who wins this, Norris, stuff like that. Great time. And I like doing this for Instagram. I like doing this for YouTube. I'll do yes, Sean. That is a good thing. That's the only thing I don't like about Hart's game is puck handling. He improves that. He's going to be great. I'll see you guys. Have a great one. And please stay safe. Wash your hands. And again, let's go Flyers.